Come here. Oh, watch it. Watch it.
My sister just texted me. She says, "Oh, Dad called me." I laughed so hard.
Well,
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
I was trying to think of who lives in Hillsborough. She lives in Hillsborough,
she lives
right?
in Henniker.
Oh, Henniker. Yeah, I knew it was close.
Come here, sweetheart.
I'll get you some
No.
diapers.
No, I don't want you running for the roads. Come here, you.
I don't think she's with Steph. She lives in Hillsborough, right? Is that Hillsborough or Henniker?
Let me tell you a little story of what happened, why I know. And they said she's in Hillsborough, but they said they won't give me the address over the phone. I have to go in person.
Okay.
I asked her why. She said, because you need to make sure that it's you.
Well, what about the Find My iPhone thing you said?
Yeah. Mine is saying Hillsborough, but it won't give me a direct address. So they told me that they can send it, but they won't give me the address over the phone.
Oh, well, the Find My iPhone, we'll usually get it pretty close.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And I never laughed so hard myself.
Yeah, she seems less friendly than the last time I talked to her.
She's drunk all the time, Dan.
Oh,
Take
okay.
it personal. That girl drinks more than freaking anybody I've ever met in my life. Every morning she starts at 7 o'clock shot.
Yeah.
That's why I don't go over there. I don't hang out with her. Nothing.
Unstable.
I can't deal with that. No, I can't deal with the toxicity of it.
All right.
No, this is the story. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
I had introduced her to a friend of mine that I used to hang out with when I was like 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was just on a friend series. Well, Katie took it to the next level. Okay, so then she got mad because he was playing in a band, and that didn't work out. So she ended up taking off with this guy Brian, which was a friend of his.
Okay.
Okay, Brian told the guy that he brought her home, which he never did, because I checked that morning. Matthew went to her room and she wasn't there.
All right.
She was at some guy's house named Brian.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Nobody else bothers with Katie. Brian was the only one. And he lives in Hillsborough.
Why is all this happening? This is ridiculous.
Katie, I don't know what is wrong with that girl, but she's on a level beyond what I can deal with. She needs something.
Well, I'm gonna have to publish all these servings in the newspaper.
Yeah, well,
That's
do what you gotta do.
Not that she reads the newspaper. It seems kind of silly, you know.
I know.
But
it's stupid, but it's like, what are you gonna do though?
Yeah. Well, she's gonna have no rights in this parenting case. Like,
Honestly, Dan, she shouldn't right now.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious.
She needs to be forced into some kind of mental health.
She needs to be forced to do something because she's not in her right state of mind. She turned around, and this is what she said to me. I told her I needed the medical cards for Matthew. He's got to go to the doctor's Monday. I need the actual medical card because they run it through the scanner.
The one you sent me is not even a real... That's the one they send you automatically, but he gets one for New Hampshire Healthy Families as well, right?
Right, the white one. I don't have that one. She has that one too. But I don't have that one.
That blue one's the one they send. They send everybody that, regardless of whether...
Right, but that's the one they swipe.
That'll work?
That's the one they swipe at the doctor's office. So I told her I needed them back.
Okay.
She turned around and she says, well, you know, I don't want you having my address. I said, so, like, what am I going to do? Come and kidnap you? I said, seriously? I said, you have an obligation to this child as the mother to give me back the medical cards if you're not going to take care of them.
Well, I know a quick way to get her to surface.
How?
Call SSI, tell them that she moved.
Oh, that's better. Her check's coming to my mailbox.
Yeah.
So, she's not going to get the check because I'm going to put return to sender.
Yeah, and what you should do also is call SSI and let them know that she moved, and then they'll pause her SSI until she contacts.
Well, I'm going to Concord tomorrow because he's got his doctor's appointment at 10:30.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll stop in there.
She'll have to call them to reactivate it. In order to do that,
I'm going to have to order him another Social Security card because it's going to take forever to get that back.
Yeah.
But she friggin' won't even put him in a blank envelope and just mail him back to me.
So you've talked to her then?
Via text.
Oh, okay. All right.
On Messenger, it's the only way she'll... And then when she gets mad at me, she blocks me and doesn't want to talk to me. Because she doesn't like it when I put her in her place.
This is ridiculous.
And I told her, I said, I didn't have to chase you for your son's medical cards. If you're not going to be the parent to step up to the plate, I have to take this kid to the doctors.
How many times now has she abandoned her son? Is it 3, 4 times?
No, try like 6.
6?
Yeah. And this is the final straw. I told her,
Yeah.
you're not coming back here.
Once
Don't
is-
ask,
once
because
is
you're
too-
not coming back here.
Once is too many times, but 6 times?
Yeah,
I don't think she's going to have
I'm good with it.
any leg to stand on in this parenting case.
Well,
you know, what
she's screwed as far as I go because I'm all set catching her. She can
Yeah.
fall right straight on her face now.
I checked off, like, basically everything is at my discretion. So that's, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get what I asked for, because 6 times abandoning her kids.
If you're the only one that's going to step up to the friggin' plate and do anything
Yeah.
for this kid, come on, Dan.
I've done so much, she has no idea. I've rearranged my whole life. I've worked so hard to get where I am right
And
now.
keep in mind, if you continue to have to need to work weekends, I don't mind taking them on weekends for you once
Yeah.
you get them through the week.
Yeah,
So if you say, well, I got to work this weekend, but I have Sunday off, I
Yeah.
can take them Friday to Saturday, and then,
Yeah.
you know, I can bring them to you or something.
I'm working towards having a shorter work week, but it's tough because the route I'm on in Bristol,
Yeah.
coordinating that right now, and it's been real tough finding people
Yep.
that want to work that hard. It's a tough route.
Yeah.
It's actually 2 routes, but I think I got somebody that might be starting this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Our fingers crossed.
If I can get that route some coverage, then that'll give me more time to be off.
And you have to make sure that you can find a daycare that's accepting new people, or new kids.
There's one right in Bristol that I've heard is pretty good.
Okay.
So I'm going to look at that. I was talking to that art one that I've been mentioning.
Yep.
They're full right now
Okay.
until like I think they said until November sometime.
Okay,
Which-
so let me
which
ask a
would work.
question. If he has like
Yeah.
where he's special needs, would he be like more apt to get in sooner? You think?
Well, no, they're full until November. But here's the thing: the art is the best for special needs. So
Right.
I think I'm still going to move forward with that enrollment for when I have him full time in November, because I think that's where I want him to be.
I think it would
Once
probably be a good idea
Yeah,
too,
because
especially if they deal with the needs.
Yeah, they have like people like specialists in house for all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, so that's where I would want him to be.
And not to mention, if he comes down sick or something, you're a hop, skip, and a jump to him.
They got nurses in there. They got special needs people that come in and out all the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
the people are like trained to spot developmental issues and communicate with the doctors and take reports and stuff. Like it's really good. Like I sat down and did a whole orientation on it. Seemed perfect
Nice.
for him. Yeah, before I even knew he had issues, you know. And now,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, these issues don't really, seem like issues.
Believe it or not, the ones in the family that have it are Katie, Daniel, Ryan,
What-
Kyle,
what have they-
and their father.
What do all
suffered from it too.
those kids have in common though? A very traumatic upbringing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All
and the
of them.
father had the same
Right.
disabilities plus MR,
Right, right,
which they're going to be testing him for, but they can't do it until he's older.
right. But this is
So-
different because he's my son. I mean, he's got whatever potential is on Caitlin's side, but he's smart. He mimics.
He has a way to
When-
get you to
when I-
understand what he
when
wants.
I sit down and play with him, he learns what we're doing very, very quickly, and he'll
Yep.
mimic. So he doesn't seem like an impaired kid. I've got a lot of
It might even
experience-
be just because he's little,
I've
and
got a
it'll
lot
all
of
of a sudden
experience.
catch up to him.
I've got a lot of experience
Yeah.
around impaired children. My brother is
Oh yeah, you were just saying that,
deaf.
right?
So
yeah.
like I spent a lot of time around that circle, those type of kids growing
Right.
up, and he doesn't seem that way. Like he learns things quickly. He mimics. I'll be reading a book and he'll pick up a book too
Yeah.
and start flipping. And the whole way here he was going through all of his books.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
So-
we do it a lot. We've been doing it since he was little.
And I think ever since the pacifier came out, he's been vocalizing a lot more just between last week and this week. I've noticed a big uptick in the amount of vocalization, so I think
Yeah.
that's helping.
Yeah,
And
I
from
got
what
rid
I've-
of it.
from
As soon
what
as I
I've
got
heard-
off the phone with you, that was the end of it.
From
They
what
both
I've
went in
heard-
the trash.
From what I've heard, that pacifier was in basically since the moment he was born until,
Believe it or
very,
not,
very
it wasn't.
recently.
It actually, believe it or not, was started when Katie first walked out on him. When she came back in the picture and she'd play with him, stayed with him for about a week,
Yeah.
said she was going to stay put, then
Yeah.
packed her stuff and moved out of state again. That's when it started. Nothing would
was
satisfy
that?
him.
When was this? Are we talking 2020?
We're talking like he was like, the first time she walked out, he was 5 weeks old. The second
Yeah.
time she walked out, he was 3 months old.
Right. So.
And
Yeah.
that's when it started. We couldn't. He just wanted his mother.
Of course,
And it was like,
of course, having that in all the time is going to stifle his speech. You can't talk with something in your mouth, you know, so he can't even practice talking. So I mean, it's very.
He doesn't
obvious.
seem to require it as much so the past week. So
No, he's been
I
good.
just threw him in the trash.
He's been so well behaved. You know, I don't know.
He's a very well managed kid.
He
I
really
mean,
is.
he gets
He
a lot of love, a lot of
gets
playtime, a
compliments.
lot of one-on-one.
Gets compliments everywhere we go about how well behaved he is.
Such a sweet
He was
boy.
playing with other kids his age today.
That's good.
We were at
Keep
the-
educating
We
that.
were at the zoo and there were a bunch of little kids there and like they were all just kind of playing. He was running around having a great time.
That's important.
Yeah,
He needs
so-
that for social skills.
Yeah, no, he's doing good.
But I'll tell you, the one mistake, don't fall for it. If Katie decides to call you and be like, oh, Dan, I need you, Kayla already said she will sweep this baby right out from under you quick as shit. Don't fall for it, Dan.
Yeah, no. Kayla seems like another activist type.
Yeah,
I don't know.
she's all about what Katie's about. And I told her, I said, the only thing I can do is warn him
Yeah.
to not to bring it into the house, because the second it happens, that's it, game's over.
No, I think you know, if Caitlin needs help, I'll bring her to Concord Hospital. That's about at this point, you know, like that's the help I've got for her at this point, because you know, I think
it's freaking sad because she has no idea what she's doing.
I thought her hearing that he was coming home finally was going to wake her up, and now she's doing this again.
This has been an ongoing battle that I've had since it began.
My mind's made up.
Trying like hell to get her to man up and be the mother like she was supposed to be.
My mind's made up now.
She's just, I'm tired with the fighting. I mean, come on.
It's
you
the
know?
hospital first. If she wants a shot at all, hospital first.
It has to be.
She has to go to the hospital.
She has to be, because
That's
she's
it.
so off her freaking rocker. She can't even stabilize her own thoughts.
If she can't get it together when she sees we're at the finish line here potentially, you know, nothing. She's very sick. She's very, very sick, and she needs to be in the hospital.
Yep, and Kayla even told me that Katie was not to come back into the home.
Good.
I said, she won't. I promise
She
you, Kayla,
shouldn't.
she won't.
Hospital first.
I said, we're all done with this game.
As soon as you cancel the money, she'll be trying to come back, and that's the time to go to the hospital.
Yep.
It really is.
And every time I mention it to her, she screams in my face and walks out. So
She has to go. It's not a choice anymore. I can make those demands in the parenting case too. You know,
you really should.
and I will.
Because she's not stable.
That's a slow process, though, that parenting case. That's a very slow process. It took a whole year last time to get, you know, that case to, you know, where they were going to possibly start making some rulings, because there's a whole bunch of preliminary hearings in the parenting case before they actually take any sort of action. It took us a whole year when we thought I was getting Matthew last year.
Right.
And then they had to put it on pause because I didn't end up getting him, and then they had to cancel it because it can only be on pause for like 90 days or something like that. So now we've had to reactivate the parenting case.
Yeah.
And it's a very slow process. All of your motions have to be written. You know, you can't do anything on e-file with the parenting case. So it's like I basically need to take a day off anytime I need to file a motion in that case, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, or mail it in, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a slow case. I don't know. And then there's the name. I'm trying to get his name changed, and they're trying to find her with paperwork too. So I'm gonna have to publish both of those in the newspaper soon.
Yep.
Ridiculous. I don't know.
If I come across an address, I'm going to Concord tomorrow. I'm going to have AT&T ping her number, ping her phone.
Do you have the Find My iPhone thing? I can show you how to find it. I can show you how. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it gives you a real accurate.
Is it in settings?
Yeah, so it's this app right here. Find My iPhone. So go like this, go like that, go Find My, and then it will show you where all of your devices are. Yeah, so the device that you're saying is logged on to your account is not logged on. I think you weren't correct about it being logged on to account, because it would be, because look, these are where all my devices are. There's where my AirPods are. Here's where I am, right?
Okay, so can I go to AT&T and do that, right?
If I wanted to find out where my AirPods are, look, I
Okay.
just zoom in right here, and it thinks they're right there. They're not, because that's just the last time they pinged some Wi-Fi. But look, here's
Alright.
my other AirPods are at the house. Look,
All
look.
right. Wow.
You can very clearly see that that's my house.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if hers was logged
Alright.
on, you'd be able to see exactly where she was.
All right.
So you gotta.
All right. So if I go to AT&T, because it's under my contract, I should be able to ping it.
Through them, but that's not going to give you as accurate of a location as this would if she
Okay.
were on your iCloud account. I don't think she is on your iCloud account. She must have logged you off. She must have logged
I'm going to
you
see
off
if
the
I
phone.
can't change that, because I have full power to disconnect her phone right now if I wanted to.
Well, yeah, but you'd have to physically have the phone in order to log it onto the iCloud.
Right.
Unfortunately. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I can always
Yeah.
cancel the phone, and then she'll be on my phone line bitching.
Yeah. As soon as she comes home, let's send her to the hospital.
I mean, it's bad I got to do that, but I'm
Alright.
done playing her freaking games.
Alright.